A lot of Christians, when they hear the word of the Lord, how the preacher preaches, though intelligently, but somehow points their faith and their attention to the preacher and not the one that they are being preached to. Paul's attempt to preach to the church in Corinth was so that their faith will not rest on his human philosophy. The faith of the people will not rest on him, but rather the one that he is preaching to them. So I was conversing with my mother-in-law yesterday, and she began to say to me, these are our worries. And I asked her, have you told God? That's the question I asked. This is because God is walking our hearts away from the philosophy of men, from the idolization of men in our heart, so that we can stand on the gospel of Christ, which is the power of God unto salvation. This is so that when you are faced with a challenge, you will understand that the first person to run to is not your pastor. I can preach to you intelligently does not mean that you should idolize me in your heart. This is what has brought weakness to the pew. So the pulpit is powerful, but the pews are not powerful. So I asked her, have you told God about it? Not because I'm not a pastor, not because I'm not going to pray for her, but because we all together are serving God, and our faith ought to rest in God, not any man. When you have a complaint, the first thing you think of is your pastor and not God. What it reveals is that your faith is resting on the wisdom of man. Because if you will walk by faith, then it must be by the faith in God, not man.